The opinions expressed in this show are the views of the host and not necessarily that of WTRW, 94.3 The Talker, or the Bold Gold Media Group.
The following presentation is brought to you by the host of the program, who is solely responsible for its content.
Portions transcribed.
All Century 21 real estate offices are independently owned and operated.
Hi, I'm Jackie Ruddy, broker of Century 21, Jack Ruddy Real Estate. Welcome to the Real Estate Roundtable on 94.3 FM, The Talker. I'm here with my co-host, husband, fellow realtor, Pat Savani.
Good morning, Jackie. How you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm good. I'm in a secure location, so we're okay.
We're calling in once again. We have a phone interview with Brian Berger, Berger's Furniture and Mattress. Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for being here with us, Brian.
Well, thanks for letting me. I appreciate the time.
We're here every Saturday at 11 a.m. and Sunday at 11:30 a.m., where we cover many real estate topics. We have been listing, selling, and appraising real estate for nearly 50 years.
During the week, feel free to email us with any questions you have at questions@jruddy.com. That's questions@jruddy.com. Or you can give us a call and leave a message at 570-344-6724. But the best way to get in touch with us is to go to jruddy.com. All the pictures of all the agents are there. And when you go to jruddy.com, click on the webcam tab, which is a live picture we have of Dunmore Corners, and you can check on the weather and see what's not going on at the corners.
It's a live webcam of Dunmore Corners. It's not a still picture. You would think it's a still picture because there's nobody out and about these days, but it is live.
Right. We get thousands of hits a month on that camera. It's unbelievable.
View our
Maybe
listings,
I should go up there right now.
Yeah.
View our listings, search the MLS listings, and listen to archive radio shows by going to mobilefriendlyjruddy.com. That's JRUDDY.com. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, and Pinterest. And when you go to jruddy.com, when you meet our staff, all the photos of our agents are there, and their email address and their phone number. When you call our office, 570-344-6724, and you punch in someone's extension number, that will go directly to their cell phone. So there's lots of different ways where you can reach our agents in this remote, mobile, internet world we're living in. Okay, Brian Berger, owner of Berger's Furniture and Mattress Store in Dixon City. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Great. We thank you for calling in and making this time available for us. We're going to talk about furniture today, but give me a little brief background on you and your company, please.
Oh, gosh. Well, I've been in the furniture business for about 30 years now. I should say industry. I started 1990, putting chairs together for about $4.75 an hour. Went from there to delivery guy, to service tech, to service manager, to ops manager, to regional director of operations. Then I became a sales rep for one of the largest companies in the world for Eastern Pennsylvania. And then I decided that it was time that I open up my own business about 15 years ago. Since then, I had an opportunity to come back home to Northeast PA. And so I closed down my shops in Reading, Pottstown, and Allentown, and I was able to come back to the community I grew up in.
Nice.
Very good. Very nice.
And so here you are, and you're selling furniture in this different type of environment we're in. And so tell us about that. What adjustments did you have to make? You obviously have a showroom, and we can't go to that showroom these days. So what do we do?
Well, for now we can't, but that'll change soon. With the advent of the internet, that's changed business over the last many years. We've had to do a lot of things, adjustment with price and just how we sell and how we market to people. Obviously, we have our websites, burgersfurnitureandmattress.com, where you can go there and actually shop right online at home, which is always nice. Which is now, with the advent of the internet, people tend to shop at their homes first and then go shop physically after, which is good and bad sometimes because they think that they're very informed on what's going on, what they don't know until they come and actually talk to a salesperson at the store a lot of times.
So what type of furniture do you offer? What type of companies do you have at your store?
Well, it's all residential. We do offer home office, dining rooms, bedrooms, living rooms, mattress, bedding, accessories, lamps, wall hangings, you name it, anything for the house for the most part.
Okay. And the companies that you offer, what types?
We offer Ashley, Alex Vale, Lancer, New Classic, and Lane. We tend to stick with companies that can ship a little bit quicker and have a great quality product. Again, my name is on the building, so I can't sell stuff that's not going to hold up.
So, there's a debate out there. What's better, old furniture, new furniture? Obviously, there's a mixture in most homes of brand new and maybe some pieces from a family. What type of furniture do you feel, what are the trends in furniture these days? What are people buying from you?
Well, living room is our biggest seller. People tend to stick with something that's a little transitional, because a lot of people have a mixture of some older furniture, antique and more modern. So you kind of want to accent your furniture to go with those trends in your own house. Right now, we sell everything's gray,
Gray?
I remember, everything's gray. Gray is super neutral, so it goes with anything. I explain to people, if you do get gray, something in that gray family, you want to change up your living room in 2 years because you don't like the way it looks. You can just change your pillows, and it's like having a brand new living room. So,
true, the accent colors.
Right, and that's really what is trending. I remember looking over my floor 10, 15 years ago, and all you saw was a sea of brown, which I'm happy is not the case any longer.
Well, depending on what website you go to, because I like to read up on my topics before I have the show, and there was one website that said, they were predicting the trends for 2020, and this was pre-coronavirus, COVID-19. It said that the trends for 2020 were going to foster collaboration and collective desire to make more meaningful connections with our family, friends, so on and so forth. And that's what furniture was in 2020 was going to do. But then I went to another website, and they said that the furniture trends for 2020 said classic shapes with some artwork would be landscapes or portraits, and traditional brown, and you just mentioned brown, traditional brown furniture is in, nothing about gray. So again, it depends on the website. And of course, I went to another website, which I thought was fascinating. It was a map of the USA, and different locations had different styles. And here
Absolutely.
in Pennsylvania, the style is supposed to be industrial. Are you seeing that? I guess you would be with the gray, right?
Well, I see industrial and more traditional, like a farmhouse table or rolled arms with nailhead accents. But when I say transitional, you'll get more of a modern shape with some hints of those traditional accents, like the nailheads, as I said, and that go along the bottom and around the arm. But a lot of times what they'll do is they can change the style just with the accent pillows. So it helps, like I said, give that transitional look to somebody that has a traditional and a more modern look in their house.
Okay, good. Now, for years, I'd have to say since I got into the business, which was a little bit ago, 27 years ago, ever since I got into the business, though, I've been hearing the dining room is out. No longer will builders be building houses with the dining room. It's obsolete. Or in living rooms, the formal living room is getting smaller or none at all. And so are you seeing that people are selecting comfort rather than the classic traditional styles for those rooms?
Well, it depends on what they use that room for. I remember in the 1990s, starting in September, when we would prep for trucks, you'd see curios and formal dining rooms. The formal dining room, as you said, is pretty much obsolete. They've used the rooms now for family areas, for game areas, offices. It just depends on how they use it. But yes, dining rooms in itself, big families aren't getting together like they used to for these big Sunday meals, and then you got to a point where people were spending $10,000 on a dining room, this big, formal, beautiful dining room, and would only use it for Christmas and Thanksgiving.
We use our dining room for, it's a beautiful Lego table with lots of projects on it.
So it's your office?
Once a year, we use it on
Christmas time,
yeah.
when everybody's over, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's it. But everybody that comes to my house, they remark about my dining room set. I mean, we don't use it. You're right.
It's beautiful. Right. I mean, you have it's a 100-year-old dining room set that you had refurbished and reupholstered. It's gorgeous, but like you said, we don't use it.
It's a huge office.
I'm thinking about that because the kitchen is where everybody congregates, but if I want some quiet and I focus time, I'm thinking about using my dining room table as my place now because I got kicked out of my home office. My son uses that as his game room now. So I have nowhere to go.
You just get no respect. It's terrible.
It's time to kick him out, I guess.
He's 14.
Yeah, no.
He can make it on his own. Don't worry.
So how many years, if I purchase furniture from your store, how long can I expect that it lasts?
Well, first of all, the length of life of furniture depends on your use. Now, me and my years ago, I started in a 3,000 square foot store, and I had I created a concept that was kind of like Build-A-Bear furniture. So you could come in and select the sofa for $399, love seat for $379, 3-pack of tables, coffee and 2 ends for $199, accessories, 2 lamps and a rug, and no matter how you put the package together, it was $10.99. So that gave the consumer that she could now take that, and when she got sick of it in 4 years, 5 years, she could come back and change the whole living room around, price conscious wise.
Okay.
But as far as you could buy a $399 sofa, and it could last you for 20 years, depending on your use. Or you could buy a $1,000 sofa and get 1 year out of it. It just depends on if the kids are jumping on it and running around on it, and what your pets do to it. So, as far as hold up, I mean, all the product that we carry is very durable, and a lot of times the fabrics are tested with a machine, and they do like 100,000 rubs on it or so, and they won't put it on a frame until they know that it passes their muster.
So what types of furniture have the best investment value that you offer?
I would say a company that we have is called Alex Vale. Now, it's made of all hardwoods, oak frames. It's made right in Tazewell, Tennessee. We have a 10-year cushion warranty, and the price is a little bit higher, but it's definitely worth the dollars that you put into it.
It'll last longer.
It'll last longer, sure. Very durable furniture. But the other thing is, you can customize the body and the pillows on the set to accent your house the way you want it, and it's guaranteed to me in 3 weeks. So no longer do we have that 6 to 8 to 10 week window where you're waiting for your custom furniture, which is something good to look forward to.
So when you say custom furniture, I can choose a size for my sofa?
Well, you can't. They'll be the same frame.
Okay.
Now there is 30 different frames, which they range from 76 inches on up to 105 inches. So your sofa can be as big as you want, as small as you want, as long as it's in that style. But in those same sofas and loves category, you can also get a sectional that you could build any way, in any shape you want. Whether you have a chase on one side, on the right side facing, or the left side facing, or you have an armless love, an armless chair, you can do a half moon wedge, or you could do a square wedge. You could have ottomans to it. You do whatever you want. We actually have, which is just coming out now, where you have your traditional rectangle or U-shaped sectional. We can actually add on either side a power recliner, which is not traditionally expected when you're looking at stationary furniture as opposed to reclining furniture. It doesn't have that traditional reclining look. If that big puffy look, it looks like a regular sofa. So people are excited about that because they don't want these. A lot of times they want reclining furniture, but they don't want it to look like a big reclining sofa.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. They want it streamlined.
Yes.
Okay. So sectionals then are still popular.
Oh, man. There's too many. The biggest in reclining actually is a leather, believe it or not. There's not a huge market for leather, but when people are looking for reclining furniture, they want it to be comfy, plushy, something like that. When you look at fabric, you're looking at more of a U-shape, where you have a chase on one side and maybe even a cuddler on the other side. They're coming out with a lot of different options with sectionals. It's nice to see that it's not the same plain Jane stuff of years past.
So they've come a long way.
They've come a long way. We used to have those basically a component or modular sectionals, I'd say. So you can get just an armless chair or a wedge, basically, where you could buy 8 of these pieces and have a bunch of different armless chairs in the middle, and then you have the opportunity to break it up and make one a love seat and make one a sofa, or do whatever you want in that sense.
Neat.
But that trend,
so you can change your room around depending on your mood.
That's what that modular. But that trend comes and goes every 3 to 4 years. It was very popular back in the 80s. Then it kind of disappeared in the 90s. Then we saw it come back a little bit in the beginning of 2000, and then it was popular again in 2010, and now it's kind of been gone for the last 3 or 4 years.
But it'll come back. Sounds like it.
Yeah, it's like the bell-bottom pants, right?
Yeah, they never came back.
Thank God.
And platform shoes.
Right.
With us today is Brian Berger, owner of Berger's Furniture and Mattress in Dixon City. Can I have your contact information, please? Website, phone number, and address, please.
Yeah, our website's burgersfurnitureandmattress.com. Our phone number is 570-489-5168, and we are located at 1330 Main Street, Dixon City, Pennsylvania.
And although your showroom is currently closed, it'll reopen, sometime in the future once everybody is lifted from this really weird and crazy time we're in. But tell me, so if someone was to go to your website and order a piece, do you deliver? Do you offer curbside pickup? How does someone get their piece?
Well, actually, what sets us apart from a lot of our competition is we offer delivery. Anything over $4.99 is free white glove delivery, as far as local free white glove delivery, which nobody does. We found it to be a nice accent to our business when people are buying $1,500, $2,000 living room sets or packages or whatever the case is, that we don't shove another $150 charge down their throat, and they seem to appreciate that a lot.
Oh, yeah, because it does add up. And I'd
Yes,
like
it
to
does.
mention that you're also the owner of Burgers Moving. It'll eventually be called Burgers Moving and Storage, but you're not offering storage facilities at the moment, but it's Burgers Moving, so you do moving for people that need to get from one place to another.
Absolutely.
Okay. And did you give us your phone number, Brian?
570-489-5168.
Thank you. Pat, would
Thank
you
you.
like to review a listing?
Yes, Jackie, did you want to talk about a Craigslist scam that's been going
Oh,
around?
yeah. There's a lot of scams out there, especially, these times when we're in these types of situations and we're dealing with the coronavirus, COVID-19, it brings out the best in some and the worst in others, and scammers are not going away. It's actually getting worse. But even before coronavirus took over our lives, there was a scam that's been going on for many years in our area and across the country, Craigslist. One of the things that these scammers do is they scrape our home listings that we have on every .com imaginable, and they put it on Craigslist as a rental. And it's usually like this 4,000 square foot house for like $600 or $800. It's always like this really great price, and the people that are running these scams have people wire them money. In fact, there were two people that came into our office before we were closed because of coronavirus, and both were victims of this scam where they wired money. Never wire money, and if you're not seeing the place and there's red flags everywhere, you're not talking to somebody, or you Google the address and you see it for sale, or you drive by it and you see a for sale sign, call that real estate office and ask them, is this for rent? Speak to an agent, get the agent's license number, speak to the broker, get the broker's license number, and never, ever wire money because you're never going to see it again.
Right. And usually they give you a hard luck story, like I'm deployed in the military, and actually one of our listings, the door was left open, and they told the person, all you got to do is just go through. And they went through and they sent the money. So if you want to hold on to your money, don't do that. But anyway, I have a listing. It's a turn-of-the-century two-bedroom home. It's at 104 Women's Road in Jefferson Township for $162,000. This home has got a lot of updates, and I think it's the biggest two-bedroom I've ever seen. It's got many updates from the 1990s. It's got lots of charm and all modern conveniences. It has a fireplace, a two-story barn, plenty of parking, an efficient propane furnace with an on-demand water heater. This home also has a whole house generator for those stormy days. There won't be any service interruption. And all of this is on almost 2 acres of land. That's a large two-bedroom, two-bath home at 104 Wimmers Road in Jefferson Township for $162,000. And that's listed by Gail Lewis of our office.
It's time for a short break. We'll be back in a few moments with more Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate on 94.3 The Talker.
The talented team of professionals at Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate. They're not just real estate agents, they're agents of change. They're on a never-ending quest for the best for you and your family. They can help you find precisely what you want at this time in your life. A computer, a website, an app, and a listing by itself can't do that. They're obsessed with better and deliver extraordinary, embracing the what if, not just the what's been done before, with a level of accountability and honesty not found anywhere else in the real estate industry. Don't settle for average, okay, or just all right. This change in your life is monumental, and there's only one Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate that will help you rock that change. Call 570-344-6724 and visit jruddy.com, JRUDDY.com. Each Century 21 office is independently owned and operated.
We're back with more Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate on 94.3 The Talker. I'm Jackie Ruddy, broker, and with my husband, fellow realtor, Pat Devaney.
And we're back.
We're back with Brian Berger of Berger's Furniture and Mattress, formerly Rabel's Furniture in Dixon City, right?
That's correct.
Okay. So we're having a great discussion with you about furniture. I have one question before we move on to mattresses, because you also sell mattresses, offer mattresses at your store. Is it possible to still purchase a piece that's solid wood, cherry, mahogany, oak?
There are companies that sell that. I do have some pieces. It's not as big as it used to be because people are more self-conscious or price-conscious, I should say. When you start getting into solid pieces of wood, you're talking sometimes a lot of money.
Mucho bucks, right?
Mucho. So,
right, but it's
people
still possible.
Tend to stay away. We have a lot of hardwood, oaks, cherries, that kind of thing, in laminates, which people tend to gravitate to.
Okay. All right. Now, mattresses. You also offer mattresses at Berger's Furniture and Mattress. It's in your name.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's talk about mattresses.
Well, we carry, we're one of the only retailers in the area, especially, that carry double-sided mattresses. A lot of the companies have gone to a single-sided mattress, and they say, well, we put all the money into the top of the bed. So the only thing that you can do at that point is spin it back, round and round, in which case, you're laying in your husband's spot and, vice versa. With double-sided mattresses, you can flip them and spin them. And whenever you flip them, you're actually correcting any divots that might have occurred through the time that you had it on its other side.
So they'll last longer, a double-sided.
They'll last longer. They do have a 10-year non-prorated warranty, but if you spin them and flip them, there's no reason why you can't get 15 to 20 years out of these mattresses.
Nice. Okay, good.
Yeah.
How about your furniture? Do you offer warranties or guarantees on the furniture?
Well, all the furniture comes with a 1-year service warranty, manufacturer's defect and service. Some of our vendors, like Alexvale, for instance, has a lifetime warranty on the frame as well as a 10-year cushion warranty. All fabrics in the industry are 1 year. As well as the service and manufacturer's warranty, we offer a 5-year protection plan. So, if you spilled some wine on it and you couldn't get it cleaned out, you can call our third-party company and they'll come and clean it. Now, the good news is if you say you did spill some wine on it and it's 2 years from now or 3 years from now and you can't get the stain out, you call up the company, they can't get the stain out for some reason, they'll call me up and say, hey, we'd like you to order this part for us. The good news for the consumer is if I order that part and I can't get it because it's discontinued, you can actually get credit on the piece and come in and reselect.
Wow.
So that's a great investment, and we only charge $129, and it's a 5-year protection plan, and it's non-prorated. So even if it's 4 years and in 8 months from now, and that situation happens, you're still protected.
Wonderful. Brian Berger, Berger's Furniture and Mattress, located in Dixon City, formerly Rabel's Furniture. Could you please give me your contact info?
Absolutely. It's burgersfurnitureandmattress.com, 570-489-5168. And again, we're located at 1330 North Main Street in Dixon City. We are the old Rabel's Furniture.
And all of the items that you offer are on your website?
Some of the vendors are not on our website. However, there is a link to these manufacturers that you can go. Alex has a great website where you can go and pick your frame and actually populate the frame that you pick with the fabric that you want. So you could see it right online.
And you offer delivery services, and that's free of charge for anything over $499?
Absolutely. We have white glove delivery for any purchase over $499.
All right. Thank you, Brian. Would you come back next week, and we'll talk about your moving service?
Absolutely. I look forward to it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brian. We're out of time. Thanks for joining the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate. Remember to tune in next Saturday at 11 a.m. and Sunday at 11:30 a.m. on 94.3 The Talker. Happy Easter, everyone.